Welcome to GrowifyLabs. We've spent the last year deep in AI search visibility, how these models actually pick who to cite, and what genuinely changes it. Today, it's ChatGPT specifically, because ChatGPT doesn't work the way most get cited in AI advice assumes. By the end, you'll know how ChatGPT decides what to name, why it's different from Google, and the concrete moves that improve your odds. No tricks, the durable stuff. Start here, because it reframes the whole approach. ChatGPT does not search the web for most questions. SEMrush's 2026 data puts it at roughly 1 in 3 queries where ChatGPT actually triggers a web search. The rest of the time, it's answering from its training data, its parametric memory of the web as it was when the model was trained. That single fact splits your job in two. To be named when ChatGPT doesn't search, you need to already be part of what the model learned, which means broad, established presence over time. To be named when it does search, you need to be retrievable right now. Most advice only addresses the second half. When ChatGPT does go to the web, it uses the same core pattern as every AI engine. It breaks your question into multiple subqueries and pulls sources for each. And there's a tell worth knowing. ChatGPT tends to add commercial and time modifiers to those subqueries. Words like best, top rated, reviews, comparison, and the current year. Ask it about CRM software, and behind the scenes, it's searching Best CRM Software 2026 and CRM pricing comparison. That tells you something useful. ChatGPT assumes people want current, vetted options, even when they don't say so. So, content that directly answers those comparative, current year questions is content ChatGPT can actually use. Now, source preference. Benchmarks in 2026 show ChatGPT leans toward encyclopedic, established sources. Wikipedia shows up heavily in its citations, and toward content with genuine topical depth, rather than thin pages. That matters for strategy. ChatGPT is less about winning one hot page and more about being an entity the model recognizes as an authority on a topic. Depth and consistency beat a single clever asset. So here's what actually improves your odds in order of leverage. 1. Build genuine entity authority. A clear, consistent identity across your site and across the web. Who you are, what you're expert in. So the model associates your name with your topic. This is the slow, compounding work that pays when ChatGPT answers from memory. 2. Answer questions directly and early. State the answer plainly, then support it. Retrieval systems and language models both reward content that gives the answer instead of burying it under 5 paragraphs of throat clearing. 3. Earn mentions on the sources ChatGPT reads. Being referenced across established, authoritative sites builds the consensus the model trusts. You cannot fake this at scale, and you shouldn't try, but you can earn it with genuine expertise and digital PR. 4. Keep your key content current. Freshness is a real signal, and given ChatGPT's bias toward the current year, dated content quietly falls out of the running. Briefly, because your time matters. Skip llms.txt as a get into ChatGPT hack. There's no evidence it does that. Skip any tool promising guaranteed ChatGPT placement. The mechanism changes and no one can underwrite a fixed position. And don't mass produce content to blanket the topic. Thin content at scale is a liability, and ChatGPT's preference for depth wouldn't help anyway. So, the honest summary. ChatGPT names you either because the model already knows you or because it searched and found you clearly answering the question. Both reward the same thing, being a genuine, recognized authority with direct, current, well structured content and real mentions behind it. There's no shortcut into the model's memory. There's just the work done consistently. If you want to see where you currently stand across AI search, our AI search visibility work is linked below. Thank you for listening. If this was useful, follow GrowifyLabs. We publish multiple videos on this every week. And I'd like to hear from you in the comments. Has ChatGPT ever cited your business? And do you know why? I read every reply.